starts a raging river, diarrhea. When you feel you have the urge and your rectum starts to surge, diarrhea. When your eyelids start to droop and your undies fill with poop, diarrhea. When you're sucking on a plum and your poop chute starts to hum, diarrhea. When you can't keep your butt harnessed and it yields a wet brown harvest, diarrhea. When to the restroom you do race and find more than just a trace, diarrhea. When you try to get some leisure and your colon has a seizure, diarrhea. When your farts are getting louder and your anus makes corn chowder, diarrhea. When you can't get it to flush cause there's simply too much mush, diarrhea. When you eat some Reese's Pieces and your rectal flow increases, diarrhea. When you go to meet St. Peter and eject an entire liter, diarrhea. When your girl calls you a hunk, then you float a slippery chunk, diarrhea. Is all bruised and the toilet looks abused, diarrhea. When it starts to come out thick, then it turns runny and slick, diarrhea. When your mouth is tasting sour and your panties get a shower, diarrhea. When your anus starts to bloom and liquid shoots across the room, diarrhea. When your butt begins to shiver and you poop out your whole liver, diarrhea. When you're watching your TV and that smell is not pee-pee, diarrhea. When you have to end your tour cause your butt made soup du jour, diarrhea. When your pants begin to cling and your anus starts to sing, diarrhea. Your tongue begins to stutter and your butt smells like a gutter, diarrhea. When you're feeling kind of low and your poop begins to flow, diarrhea. When you're hanging with the boys and you hear that telltale noise, diarrhea. When your heart is quickly pumping and your colon starts a thumping, diarrhea. When you get that certain feeling and your poo-poo hits the ceiling, diarrhea. When you're watering your plants and a torrent fills your pants, diarrhea. When you feel like you'll explode and you'll release a slick brown load, diarrhea. When your guts begin to aching and your colon starts a quaking, diarrhea.